It is my pleasure to be participating in this 10th meeting of the Malabo Montpellier Forum. The topic of our meeting today, developing a sustainable bioeconomy for Africa, could not be more timely. These past years have been challenging for the world and our continent in particular. You know, COVID-19 coupled with severe floods and droughts, the war in Ukraine are testing our systems and our resilience to withstand shocks and prolonged stress. However, ladies and gentlemen, I am an optimist, and it was with great enthusiasm that I learned some months ago that the topic of the Malabo Montpellier panel's newest report would focus on developing sustainable bioeconomies in Africa. Today, we will hear about lessons and experiences from several African countries that have been leading the way in transitioning to or developing a bioeconomy. And my wish is that we will leave today's forum even inspired and enriched with new ideas and vision for our countries and the continent.
What we are seeing, not just from COVID, but in particular the Ukraine crisis, there is a need for us to be much more creative and innovative in diversifying our food sources, where we get foods, both in terms of variety of foods, not just a few, but also in terms of a healthy mix of a supply chains between shorter and longer supply chains. And I think this report and what's in there is pointing to potential opportunities to create new sources, not just for food, for employment, for wealth, for new materials and so on.
With this report on the opportunities of bioeconomy in Africa, we draw attention to fields of innovation that are rapidly evolving worldwide and where Africa is well positioned to create its own unique African approach. A key recommendation in the report is on strengthening links to research and development and markets for new bioproducts and biosolutions.
Bioeconomy can help Africa progress to more sustainable production and consumption practices, in addition to accelerating progress towards its continental and global development commitments. This also includes the use of renewable biological resources, particularly those derived from agriculture, that can also help address and accelerate global sustainability.
This report provides some recommendation in terms of a potential action agenda that could help the bioeconomy sector in Africa develop at scale. This report nicely ties up with previous reports that the Malabo Montpellier panel has produced that are looking at some of the subsectors where the bioeconomy sector can be developed.
The bioeconomy is a vital element for poverty reduction and sustainable development transitions. But we also know, as the previous MEMO panel report on energy spoke about, that we really do need energy development for taking these ideas of development forward in Africa.
Le ministère de l'Agriculture, de l'Élevage et de la Pêche peut indiquer que pour soutenir le développement des énergies renouvelables et l'utilisation des biodéchets, le gouvernement met l'accent sur le renforcement institutionnel et organisationnel à travers, premièrement, l'élaboration de cadres contractuels entre l'État et les communes. Deuxièmement, la création d'associations forestières dans ces communes-là, le renforcement de la capacité de ces communes à élaborer des plans d'aménagement et de gestion des forêts, la mise en place de marchés ruraux de bioénergie.
Perhaps another sector that will emerge is renewable energy in terms of socio-economic development, as well as to secure energy. For example, the use of energy from biomass in a power plant to generate electricity by the combustion of wood chips sourced from encroached bush.
What I can say is that there was definitely a shift change from the way we were investing in biotechnology to look at what were the socioeconomic. So we almost started to rebuild and rethink how we invest in agriculture to say, what is the value of investing in that? What are the downstream applications?
What we are trying to do is like have an ecosystem-based approach whereby you integrate all these components of agriculture.
The East African Bioeconomy Strategy was approved. It was adopted by the East African Community Council of Ministers of Education, Science and Technology, Culture and Sports at their 17th meeting. This makes East African Community the first regional economic bloc to have a regional bioeconomy strategy. But we need cooperation in science and technology at a regional level to leverage each other's scientific expertise and also the capabilities that we have in the countries.
You will recall that the number of food insecure people in SADC region is increasing every year. Now we are around 52 million, which is 15% of the total population. So we really need innovation and not using the classic methods of exploiting natural resources so that we can meet the demand of increasing population in our region.
We are really pleased with the findings of this report, and we want to congratulate really the panel as well as the forum for the excellent work that they have been doing over the years in picking up very critical issues to the African economy development and reflecting on them so we can learn lessons and see how we move forward. We do believe that the issue of bioeconomy is central to our response to COVID-19, to the new realities of how we build a more equitable society.
First, I would like to thank the panel for a very rich report, very attractive incentives to all the other countries to adapt, to scale up, and to diffuse the advances that are being described. So of course they are extremely rich from the resilience, new value chains, productivity and jobs, and not any jobs, much better jobs that we badly need in Africa. But to allow bioeconomy to thrive, it must be well designed, and it requires an enabling environment, as it has been very much and very wisely underlined. The centrality, of course, of science and research and innovation, the real driving force to transform not only ourselves, but as well all our societies. I think we are blessed in Africa to have a population with a majority of young people who are eager to create and participate. So the central, crucial need for more investment in education and R&D are really obvious. Bioeconomics allow us to leverage our own natural wealth and human capacity to build durable, sustainable solutions.